Yay, fame, fame, hey, yay, 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 fame. Why did I spell that wrong? I meant chat. Dang it. Uh, um, hold on. Let me change some title stuff on here. See what I'm at. You gotta refresh this page. Oh man, it's probably a mistake. I always feel so dumb. Yeah, let's see, chat. Yeah, I rate this episode, and I rank all episodes from worst to best. Episodes worst to best. That might be a little tough to do. Well, I know the best episode. Then the second best episode, you know. If anyone knows me, they know what one of my best episodes would be. Um. Anyways, I'm here today to review the very final episode of season 1 of Into the Void on Hulu. This is also on Into the Void, Life, Death, and Heavy Metal. The heavy metal section. So they did Dark Side of the Ring, Dark Side Comedy, Dark Side of the 90s too. And wait a second. Dark Side of the Ring, Dark Side Comedy. Yeah, Dark Side of the 90s. And they did this one. And it talks about some of the more outrageous stories or like sadder stories about metal or people who are established and sadly passed. And this one is episode 8 of Dimebag Darrel. And Dimebag Darrel and his brother Vinny are two of the founding members of Pantera. And it used to be, I didn't know this because I remember when I was at Fort Bragg hearing about them. It was Cowboys from Hell. Now, I don't know if it was, I heard that over the summer before I went to, when I left Germany, I was home for 35 days. I was stationed in the Army. Before going to Fort Bragg, um, you know, I was there. I remember I had like this one week had Fort Bragg, which is still had it. We still had it. Going to Fort Bragg, and I can't remember if I heard it during that summer vacation because we didn't have. No, we didn't have MTV. That's back still when they had. Oh, Headbangers Ball. I mean, there was one episode that had like Dave Mustaine on it. Dave Mustaine would bust on some band. They had a white line. They had like the Skull Crusher. They called it a Skull Sucker, which they thought was funny. And then they had like a real heavy. They had a World in a World from Violence. And I remember that was from Oppressed to the Masses. Now I remember buying that in Fort Bragg on cassette, both Eternal Nightmare from Violence. I found out about Violence from the Hard and Heavy video series in Germany. And I was able to buy a couple of their albums there. I bought one of the ones I remember buying. Um, Eternal Nightmare has Calling in the Corner. Uh, I just said it. Oppressed the Masses, and I bought the Torture Tactics EP that has a concert of they had Torture Tactics, a concert live version of Officer Nights. The other side had Gutter Sled and Dixon Death, two of the dirtiest songs ever, which were wonderful. And I remember, like I said, I think I heard Pantera that summer before I went to Fort Bragg. They had Cowboys from Hell. I really liking that song. I remember getting that Cowboys from Hell CD for free from Camelot. I think that's what I got. I think I got for free. I think I did. And that's back when you get like a card you haven't punched out. Every $10 you spend $100, you get a free item up to $20 or whatever. Um, I remember for like, I saw the song made the same. I always want to see the movie, right? It was like $23 on cassette, VHS. I had if I get the card full, I'll pay $20. Well, I get $20 off, I'll pay $3 someone cents. I got to agree to do that too, so I get $20 off that movie, Led Zeppelin movie. And the weird thing is that's rated G or PG, I can't remember. And there's a scene where the manager runs to this guy selling fake counterfeit merchandise to them. The F word was said about 100 times. That still got G or PG rating. I don't think anyone listened to what was going on. I mean, it was heavy accents, but the F word said about a billion times, about 100 times, you know? And a lot of the movies got less than R rate for way less than that, you know? Well, anyways, I remember paying attention to the Cowboys from Hell album. I remember getting that. I never bought any other albums from there. I remember buying, someone let me borrow a couple of their VHS tapes, and those are fun, sometimes gross. I made a couple copies of those. Um, I never bought like their other albums though. I remember buying Vulgar Display of Porter, a beer at Union Station. I remember buying that, and I remember I kind of lost track after Far Beyond Driven. I just watched their stuff on MTV. I don't know about Revenge Steel or Great Southern Trendkill. People said that they were okay. I have to hear them though. I never listened to them. Um, and I remember like they were gone for a while. They Dimebag Darrel formed the Damage Plan, and I guess there was this guy that thought that they were. I can't remember if he said they were stealing his lyrics or singing his lyrics into his mind or something like that. He was like a Marine Hawkeye tight shot Marine that had like schizophrenia and stuff like that, or delusional things. And they had a run in with him at another place. And they busted for trespass. They didn't press charges. And then like a few months later, that's when he came back with a gun and shot like Dimebag a whole bunch of people. And I'll never forget when it happened. What happened? Hey, what's F word? Yeah. Yeah, the F word, the FUCK word. Yeah, I know he was. I mean, if you get a chance, if you have like Hulu or Disney Plus, on Hulu they have Into the Void. If you love heavy metal, there's 8 great episodes. You can't go wrong with any of them. But I will tell you what, I had a lot of like tied for third place. But I tell you my 2 favorites. Why I get done with this, you know. I mean, there's like yeah. Well, one guy came in. They had one guy who was still shooting. He had one guy held hostage, right, with a gun to his head. And a cop came in. He just shot him, boom, real quick. He was shocked at how quick it happened, you know. Uh yeah, he did shoot him dead. They showed him shoot fall, and he's like shocked. And when I said you saved a man's life, I've never seen him as one of the tour managers or something like that, you know. It's a shame though. It took forever to get someone in there to do something. He shot 5 people. Only Dimebag like the first one, you know. And it was pretty emotional though. But I mean, it was the Dimebag Darrel was very tightly done. Phil Anselmo was there. He still regrets what happened and things that he said when he was out of his mind, though. You know, he's still perceived as the bad guy. And they talk about his drug addiction because he hurt like 3 or 4 vertebrae in his back, and then he started doing stuff to stop the pain, like really bad stuff, you know. And then I got like he OD'd and then he came back. Yeah, I think Dimebag was ashamed of him. you know, and I kind of like took a break and stuff, you know. I mean, I saw the news. I saw news footage. I saw like on. I saw like newscasters interviewing the band. They called him Dimebag Abbott. They had all this information about Pantera wrong and confused because they didn't know anything about heavy metal. And they were like kind of rude when they said he died. Well, I'm sorry about your bandmate. You know, I mean, the older newscasters seemed kind of rude to the whole thing, and they got all the information about Pantera wrong. They know who they were. They weren't doing the research. You'd have like someone knowing about heavy metal. You know, you should have that. You know, Dimebag Abbott, Abbott Dimebag. You know, oh really? Right after? See, I didn't have a computer then. I didn't have. I mean, that was 2004. I did not have a computer. They showed him. They showed someone fall. So I saw on the show. Um, yeah, but I didn't have a computer until like 2013. That is me watching TV and stuff. Like it was to show you how much the newscasters didn't know anything about the band or anybody. You know. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's back why I used to watch the news. You know. That's back when I still used to watch the news. I like the regular podcast. I like. I don't even know how to headline news. There used to be something I used to watch at. I used to stay up late at night, and it'd be something that would be on for like Sunday through Thursday at 4 in the morning called Student News. 15 minute, like 15 minutes. They would try to tape for high schools and stuff. I used to watch that show. That was really entertaining. I used to watch headline news. I love Robin Mead. I don't know if she's still doing the headline news or not. I like headline news and Robin, Jennifer Westoven and Robin Mead, two beautiful women. I like that. I see Robin Mead forever. Very attractive. No, let's see. Well, we had some computer stuff. They gave me a password, so I used the computer at Fort Bragg. I never did. I used it for just logging in, doing like work and stuff, and that's all I really did while I was in Fort Bragg. Um, and then they had this one guy, Mark Dobson, had that computer all taken over, and then, like you had to do all this login stuff. He made it really complicated, but he took care of all that. I mean, I did some computer stuff while I was in the army, not a lot. I mean, because that wasn't my forte. All the people that were in charge, if you were in charge, you're supposed to log in and log out and stuff like that. I was never. I was all like the oh well, I logged in and logged out at Fort Bragg in a computer. I did that. I know I did do that stuff. Yeah, I did. I did. That was like the main thing, like 2 man integrity, because usually like they'd have like one person above me than me right there, which is cool. You always had two, yeah. Game made you learn all real quick. Okay. See, we didn't have that because I was out of school in '87, and my sister had a computer. She wouldn't tell me shit about nothing. I found about YouTube. I was fascinated with that. I was trying on YouTube, and I was led to borrow an old computer. I never got internet. Kind of really trust the way that computer worked. It didn't have a good webcam to it. But I just used that for entertainment to play games. And then that broke down. Then I got another computer, and I used that. I got internet after that, and after a while, that shit the bed. So I bought another computer. I bought two more computers too. Since then, a big time game changer. And I paid my sister back for the computer, assholes. Or video sites, but YouTube does you first. I love YouTube. I still do. You know, it's so cool that man you know about the Dimebag stuff. At least we know how to talk about it. I mean, if you have Hulu, I would definitely check out Into the Void. Now, like I said, the Dimebag Darrel one, I give that 10 out of 10. I think that's the best episode of the 8. You do cable anymore? Oh wow. Let me go over to the episodes. So let me try to figure out what would be worth the best. You know, there's no bad episodes on that. Cause you didn't supposed to be tied for third or fourth place. Let me see what we got here. Um, I gotta find it. I clicked off of it. I mean, I give the Dimebag Darrel episode 8 10 out of 10. Fantastic show. Really fantastic. Let's see. Okay. Some tie for second place, too. Okay, here we go. Let's go all the episodes. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna say there really are no bad episodes on here, but I'd probably say that what tied for last is Anne Boleyn of Hellion. Maybe you know it's still a good episode. Then there'll be um, then tied for wait a second. Tied for last is Anne Boleyn of Hellion and Chuck Schuldiner death. Those are tied for last place, for fourth place. Third place would be Kurt Stubing of Enemy, Iron Metal Crusade, and Randy Rhodes. Yeah, tied for third place. Tied for second place would be Wendy Williams and Judas Priest on Trial. And number one is Dimebag Darrel. All the episodes are great. All the episodes are great. Oh, yeah. Well, the one thing with metal was whenever, because I remember how it was when I was in Germany, though, you know? Whenever grunge came out, you know, that's what really, they're trying to find, they signed so many bands, they wanted the next Guns N' Roses. And they just fired um, the same formula, like a soft part and a hard part, like Pink, Concrete, LA Guns, Roses. They're trying to be like sing somewhat heavy songs and then sing layer songs, appealing to a lot of women and guys in the band, you know, in the audience. I think that's what did it. And then they were like, they reached a glass ceiling, you know. A few bands were successful. Bullet Boys, Skid Row, big time. And Dangerous Toys did okay. A lot of the bands didn't do good at all. Sleaze Bees, Sea Hag, Electric Choir Boy, Salty Dog, Bang Tango, uh, DODAD, uh, Million Miles Away. That's a good song. All these bands had one hit, and they'd be on, and then they would just hit a glass ceiling. There was too much. It kind of crashed, and then they wanted a new sound, and that's when like Nirvana and Pearl Jam and Soundgarden took over for a while for the grunge thing, and then it kind of evolved again, and then eventually metal came back, but it wasn't right away. You know, I still my heart, I still always love metal. Oh yeah, be careful. Yeah, I wouldn't post it here. I don't want you to get in trouble. Okay, I still love metal. I mean, I'm 56 years old. People say you're gonna stop. you're not gonna be interested in this type of music anymore. No, not at all. I love this type of music. I don't pay for any streaming. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't put any pirate stuff on here. I mean, I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I want to get in trouble. Oh, first of all, man, I got into it. I was only 7 years old. Well, with me, it was like I wasn't allowed to listen to a lot of heavy stuff in the house, because my mom, I said, you're not allowed to listen to it. Why? Because I said so. It was like I was like Kiss, but Kiss had crossed over to TV, so Kiss was there, and then I remember it was Kiss. I listened to a lot of like 70s music, 80s music. I love Devo. Devo's not metal, but I love Devo. And I was trying to look for something heavier. Then I found out through school about bands like AC/DC, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, and then like oh god, I mean Motley Crue came out, and then I started finding out about heavier bands later on, like Slayer and Death Angel, and bands like that. And then later on, I found out about Guar and Cannibal Corpse and Pungent Stench. That was in the '90s with Pungent Stench and Cannibal Corpse. But no, that's so much good albums. I'm gonna be honest. You might not be mad. You might be mad. I regret buying the Black album. I regret buying that cassette. I was on the fence about buying it. I knew everyone in the world had it. I said, well, hell, I'll buy it. I still never listened to the whole album. I think the first three songs are the best songs on the whole album. I mean, the album's okay. But I mean, I think it's like they sold out. You know what I mean? I don't think that's when they started branching out to all the people who hated them. You know, people didn't like them. Man, that's good old fashioned rock and roll, man. So they changed the sound somewhat. Yeah, that's. Oh, Alice Cooper's great too. Alice Cooper, Black Sabbath too. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't mind Enter Sandman. I just saw there's a band called there's a band called Broken Peach, right? Sometimes they dress normal, sometimes they dress like skeletons and stuff. And they did their own version of Enter Sandman right now. That was done like a day or two ago. It's not too bad, but it's done differently. Well, I mean, the thing is, I'll tell you what, that was like a number one hit song, right? And they didn't play it on a lot of the record stations that want to play heavy metal, though. Oh, yeah, David Bowie was great, too. Well, it dance sound like me. I love Alice Cooper, Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath is my favorite metal band of all time. That's my Beatles right there. Yeah, for all stars. Yeah, well, that's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like, if anyone know what my Beatles was, that was Black Sabbath. You know, a lot of, a lot of stuff I like. David Bowie, Alice Cooper. I mean, I love Devo too. But I mean, I heard about like a lot of these bands I heard about like when I was in the military because I was not allowed to listen. A lot of this music I was not allowed to listen to. That I know my one cousin or something like that. Hey, am I allowed to give this to Jason? Okay, it was a 8-track ACDC. Mom didn't know what it was, but he said you're allowed to have it. Probably because my one relative let me borrow it, let me have it, right? And I remember like asking for one. Mom said you're not allowed to listen to ACDC anymore. Why is that? My one friend said they have an album called "If You Want Blood, You Got It," and in the scene where he stabs himself, a picture he stabs himself with a guitar. You're not allowed to listen to it anymore. So why? Because I said so. Oh, I mean, well, my mom. Well, I was able to get what I wanted though. Yeah, that was way after I was in the army. I started listening to Marilyn Manson. Yeah, but really, really, holy shit! My mother just said I wasn't allowed to get it, so I never bothered to ask. But it's weird though, because my grandmother, 'cause I wanted to get that Gary Newman Cars album. My grandma said, "Great, we don't have any money," or like that other album cover, Black Sabbath, Master Reality. And she said, Gravy doesn't believe in wasting her money. And I remember there was an Alice Cooper 8-track called Muscle of Love. Dirty as hell. It's on 8-track. And she said, Can I get this, Grammy? It was only $1. She said, Yeah, okay. Grammy, get it for you. It was called Muscle of Love. She didn't even look at the song title. She got it for me regardless. Because it was only $1. All these other the record items were like $7.98 or $6.98. She wouldn't pay that much. But she would usually get you something for $1. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's all the same thing. I mean, there was like the whole satanic panic, where they had like I remember one friend at school said like his dad said he had to get all his cassettes and turn them in so they get burned and stuff. So what are you doing? I was told I had to burn all my cassettes. Like get them all by my dad, all my cassettes, all my heavy metal, and burn them and stuff. So why are you doing? Why didn't you give me some? I'll take them if you don't want them anymore. Then no, I'm not allowed to do that. I have to take them and burn them. It's like, oh, what are you doing, man? But yeah. Oh, I remember. Well, this is when the PMRC came out. Now I don't know if my mom listened to them, but I remember I was home. I was home from school, and they had Donahue was on. It was on 9 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning, and they had a thing about the PMRC, and they're going through all these albums were filthy and dirty and stuff. And I was like, I hope mom would want it so she won't let me get anything. Well, I knew they had like the Prince album when they had Darling Nikki. We just saw Purple Rain. Purple Rain was a dirty movie. But like, well, I'm not allowed to get these things anymore. But that never became a thing. I don't know. My mom didn't pay attention, or I just didn't buy enough albums back then. You know, I just listened to what I had to listen to. I didn't really go out of my way to buy a lot of records at the record store. Sometimes I did. Usually, I'm more into renting videotapes. So we can rent like I can rent a horror film like once a weekend or twice a weekend for the video rental store. I love that. There's that special back there. Yeah, his church did something like that in the '90s. Yeah, I don't think that's right. They watch all the horror movies. Oh, just not Fate of Death. Well, I mean, I saw whenever we got a VCR, I got a lot lenient about like renting horror movies. Mom said we couldn't watch Divine Madness with Bette Midler, and she said, "Okay, you come down and watch it." We had to go upstairs. And it said, this isn't dirty at all. She thought it'd be real dirty. Or like we weren't allowed to watch Scarface. I had to wait outside of like 3 hours. And I remember in Germany renting it and watching the whole thing finally. You know, there's something like, it all depends on what mom said. I remember getting some gory movies. I watched them, and then she was just a bitch. She was just a bitch. And no rhyme or reason. So why am I allowed to say it? Because I said so. No rhyme or reason. Just like my grandmother, there was a railroad museum that we always wanted to go to. They Grave don't have any money. My sister asked how much was to get in. She said it was free. I bet my grandmother still would not let us go in there because she didn't want us to have a good time. She wanted us just to be as miserable as she was. You know? Oh yeah, I don't know if it was not, but all the like the operation stuff, autopsy, that stuff was real. The monkey brain scene was not real. Everyone says this. Everyone doesn't believe me. That scene was faked with a trained monkey and just well planned camera angles and stuff. Looks realistic though, but they said that scene was not real. They said the guy that brought the monkey in was the monkey's trainer. Everybody said I'm full of shit. They don't believe me, but they said the monkey brain scene was not real in Face of Death. Yeah, some of it was. Yeah, some of it was fake. I mean, like they have a video. There's a video called there's a great thing with Face of Death called Fact or Fiction. It's like an hour-long show. And they talked to that crazy guy from Face of Death Part 4, too, which was funny. That one guy, Francis B. Gross, passed away. I assume he did. Um, so he didn't make it. He passed away after episode 3, and then some other guy replaced him for episode 4. But they got a face death factor figure is really good. But like the autopsy stuff, the slaughterhouse stuff was all fake. I mean, all real, all real. A lot of stuff was real. You could kind of tell that stuff was like some of it was faked. Like the blood orgy was faked. That thing with the execution was faked. That electric chair scene was faked. Um, I read up about. I knew the movie made a lot of money, but the movie came out with like I had no idea it was made in '78 because I remember renting it in '85. Eventually, it went through the roof in the home video sales. But what that, I mean, I don't remember that even being out till like the mid '80s, And over time, I saw all 4 of them, But I mean, Face of Death, the first Face of Death, the budget was like $63,000, right? And it made over 35 million, so it was a huge hit. Oh yeah, those had 6 parts in it. Oh, they did. Face of Death, yeah. There was officially 4 Face of Death, and then I heard they made a 5th and 6th one with basically reused footage. I never saw either one of those. That's what I heard. I can't find them anywhere. There's 4 Faces of Death. Um, and then they did, like I said, Face Death Factor Fiction, and they did one called The Very Worst of Face of Death. There's like spin-off ones or compilation tapes. Oh, really bad stuff? Wow. No, there was like I remember all the movies looked pretty. I remember they had Face of Death that looked really washed out, right? And then like a few years later, they had Face of Death Part 2 and Face of Death Part 3. They even had a shot film part that was shot on video for Face of Death Part 3, right? And I don't know if it was trying to wrap things up. Those are done later in the 80s, I remember seeing Face of Death Part 2. Well, I remember seeing Face of Death when I was still in high school, either my junior or senior year. And then before going to the military, I remember running Face of Death Part 2 during that summertime, right? I was on delayed entry. And that was pretty good. That had like the weirdest music in it, though. Um, they had Face of Death Part 3. They had it in the Army in at Fort Gordon, Georgia, at the one local on local video rental place. I was going to rent it, and the guy said, "If you rent that, I'm going to march you right back there and make you return it." But he didn't want to see it. I guess they rented it. Someone played it in the theater. I didn't bother to rent it though. That guy's going to give me such a hard time watching it. He won't let me watch that bullshit. So I remember in Germany. I rented it in Germany. I made a copy of that. Now with Face Death Part 4, I didn't know about that until like 92 or 93. Buying it, yeah. It was on I remember getting it on video cassette, and then like a year or so later played the theaters, right? And a really obscure movie played at West Area Plaza and then at Prescott Drive-In. It played at West Area Plaza for like for a week. It played at Prescott Drive-In for a week with double feature being The Crow. Let's see how much money it made. Let me look on here. Let me look on Copilot. I'll tell you what it made. Okay, let's see. What was the budget? I have to type it in. Face of Death. Death Part 4. How much did it make? Because they said it was mostly direct to video Part 4, but I saw it, they played in the theater, though. And how much did it make? How much did it make? I'll tell you what he said, tells me. Because I can ask him all box office stuff now, which is cool. The Copilot's pretty fucking awesome. Let's see, what was the budget? Okay, let's see. Okay, the budget for Face of Death 4 is not officially documented. My estimates suggested under 250,000. Its earnings were primarily from direct-to-video sales, with no significant actual box office reported. Okay, lately under 250,000. Uh, it said like early entries, part 4. There was no used footage of part 4. I did have a theatrical release, not a major one, but it did really. It played in my area. Box office is virtually non-existent. It was still by Gore on video yet. With earned modest revenue through rentals. Let me see. Yeah, directed by Coralie Claire, the last official sequel to include any original footage before the franchise dissolved into recycled content. How about Faces 2? How about Faces 2? I know about Faces, the first one. Death Part 2. Part 2. There we go. Let's see what that says. Let's see if Faces Death Part 2 comes up. Come on. What was the budget box office? What's up with this shit? Doesn't show it up. Face Death Part 2. Hold on. God damn. There. Man, that one, and that's not your red either? I don't know what's up with that shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah, our theater showed it, though. They made a part 4, yeah. Well, it was part 4 and more, yeah. That's right, yeah. Part 1 of 3, okay. Through part 3? Well, I saw part 3. There was no childbirth in part 3. Yeah, they didn't have those. Unless you watch something different, there was no childbirth in part 3. I know there wasn't. I've seen it a few times. What's wrong now? Did I answer my questions now? Okay, here we go. I'll find out more on Face of Death Part 2. There were no official figures confirmed. Success was under $250,000, possibly even lower, like the original, rely heavily on stock footage and stage segments keep cost minimal. Though not as different as the original, Part 2 helped solidify the franchise's reputation and kept the shockumentary format alive in the 80s and learned more into police footage international clips with less narrative cohesion. So, yeah. How about, okay, how about Faces 3? See, Face Death Part 3. Someone give me some answers. Faces Death 3. 3. Budget and box office. It'll probably be the same. They have the numbers for oh, damn, I can't see nothing. Box office. There we go, budget. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Really? Holy shit. They had no, they barely, originally, Face Death 3 was produced for approximately $5,000. Ultra low budget. Boy, that's, wow. It's out in 1990. Limited theatrical debut 1985. Martin as part of the influence. Oh, okay, yeah. Huh. Oh, yeah. How about, Traces of Death? Let me know if they do Traces of Death. I wonder they have this. They probably don't. Here we go. So they have Traces. Oh yeah, it's never been disclosed. Yeah, low budget. Yeah, direct to video, no theatrical stuff. They got a whole thing about that. Yeah. Huh. Oh well. Let's go back to the live stream. Oh shit. Here we go. Oh yeah. I don't apologize to pay for the. Yeah, I know. I agree. Oh, you didn't watch all? Let's see what it's about. Oh, I watched all of them. There's 5 Chases of Death. That's like not the first one, but like Death with Heavy Metal in it. You know, the first one's not like that though. It just has like scary, scary horror music type stuff in it. You know. Um, but that's it though. I mean, that's what. Does 3 start off with this killing that dismembered bodies? I think I don't remember. Maybe that was in Traces 3, but I mean Face of Death Part 3. I can't remember how that starts out. Been a while since I've seen it though. See a severed hand. How this one starts? Let me see. Let me look up F up movies real quick. Hold on. Do you mean Faces or Traces? Face of Death or Trace of Death, buddy? Let me look up Faces. Oh man, they put more stuff on there. Oh, they put that one. Yeah, Dust Fall Red. Yeah, it's a bad one. Yeah. Let's see. Faces. Okay, Faces Death 3. I think like yeah, I think the part Tracer 3 had that. Yeah, they had the burning necklace and stuff. They had Death 3. Okay, here we go. Faces. Okay, well, let me find Faces has. Let me see how it starts. I don't remember. Faces 3. Here we go. Oh, we spent 5,000 on this one. Well, it's like hospital stuff. Okay, no traffic accidents. It starts out with traffic accidents. And Faces Death Part 3. Yeah, yeah, that was shot on video. Yeah, it starts off with that. Yeah, I really love Bud. Mm. Yeah, it has car accidents in it. Not that one. Yeah, yeah, police emergency. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some are real, some are, some aren't. You know. Yeah, I see some of those. Those are good too. I think I reviewed some of them. You know, they're pretty good. They're pretty funny. I like to laugh. I'm not tired at all. No, I'm good. I'm doing good. Just fall asleep or nothing. No, nothing about that. They ain't nothing. I mean, yawn is okay. A lot of yawn. $9 slider for Erewhon. That's outrageous. $22 burrito. Yeah, $40 for water. Yeah, $2 burrito. The wrap looks really good. Ooh, that looks good. That looks good. Oh, that looks good. For $22 expensive though. That, that looks different. That looks really good. God. So good. But Blair one's so expensive though. I couldn't imagine paying those prices. You know. Have you ever seen Gargo cannonballs? I remember that. I mean, that's impossible. You have enough room in your mouth to gargle cannonballs. Good enough question, though. Good enough question. Which one's this one? Let me see. Oh, yeah, how he WWF just got you paying a raggy. It's in a Legends contract what the wrestlers need to get to keep their thing afloat, you know? Quarterly check. Yeah, the Godfather's really entertaining. That's pretty cool. And Legend Career over 20 years. I mean, that pays pretty good, I think. I don't know how much he makes. I mean, I don't want to ask, but I mean, they make a good amount of money for licensing for toys. I mean, that's the one way to get. I mean, I think that's good money right there. It's a lot of wrestling, more money than I made in a long time. Oh, man. Doodle doo doodle doo doo doo. Doo 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 doo. Just wanna go again. Oh, let me mute it, baby. Again. Okay, hold on. Let me mute. Hold on. Doo 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 doo. All right, sorry. Yeah, I probably seen like 2 minutes, 5 minutes total faces. Really? I thought you watched Faces of Death. Oh, I watched all Faces of Death. Okay, so I see that. I see Todd. Yeah, how long it's been? Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of yeah, that's true. Oh shit! Please care for it. Oh yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Sometimes they get that adrenaline pumping, and they want to be a jerk. That's true. I mean, check this out. Okay, The Godfather was WWE star. Now this is like the Legends contract. How WWE wrestling figures got me paid with The Godfather. Let's check it out. Okay, let's see. I'm not gonna play it on here or stop it. It's 2003. Quarterly check. 3 years ago. Yeah, Papa, Papa shot go. Yeah, enough for you. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were a fan of the show. Okay, I'm sorry, buddy. I had no idea. I watched all of them. I thought you were a fan of them, or like Faces after 5 of those. Those are worse. Yeah. What do we have? Get a game twice? Mm. Oh, that's good. I don't know. Yeah. 16. Yeah, action figures. Wow. That's cool, man. Yeah, he did do that, baby. Oh, really? He had his own strip club too. He'd make money. He'd make money. He didn't have to be in WWE. He'd do have his own strip club. Godfather though. That's still pretty cool, man. That's still pretty cool. Um, let's see. I might go ahead and wrap it up. Let's say who wants to talk. You want to chat? Nope, brother. Yeah, I guess that's it. I may wrap it up. I mean, I think this is a really good episode. The Dimebag Darrel episode of Into the Void, the best of the 8. You know, they're all great. I mean, like I said, that one, and then you got like Wendy Williams and The Trial of Judas Priest, and Randy Rhodes. That was a really good one, yeah. Much better Face of Death. You don't like Face of Death? Oh, man. Oh, Into the Void is great. Yeah, yeah. Into the Void is great. Oh, I like Face of Death. I like those movies. Yeah, you seen Into the Void? You seen all 8 of them? Well, which one was your favorite? Of the 8 episodes, which one was your favorite? I liked all of them. They're all good, but I mean, there are a couple really good. Like, you have to have Wendy Williams in there. Oh, you just started out? Okay. They're all good, though. I mean, I thought that the Dimebag Darrel one, Wendy Williams, and Trial of Judas Priest, along with Randy Rhodes, were the best ones. And the other ones were really good, too, you know. There's no bad episodes in any of them. And then, like that one with Anne Boleyn was highly watchable. I mean, everyone's watchable. I think like Dimebag Darrell was the best of all of them. That's just my opinion. Oh yeah, well, I got really cool. I had really cool thumbnails though for him. The AI co-pilot would help me with thumbnails. So really, I mean, it's really cool. I don't know. I might wrap things up now. I will see what else is happening. What's happening? What happening? I'm gonna. With a pilot. Oh, okay. I'm gonna show you a video I got. That's so weird. Yeah, yeah, it's dirty. Let me show you a video my friend made for me. I mean, it's not posted yet, but I'll give you a sneak preview to anyone who was here. You remember, like, oh, I want Jim Carrey, not Jim Carrey, Jim Varney. I saw a couple of his movies in the theater. I remember seeing, what the hell was it? Ernest Scared Stupid at the theater. And I was the only one at the theater though. That was the last movie with his that had his that's the last thing with Touchdown though. Didn't he kind of loose after that? What's going on Facebook now? Oh, let's see who's what. Oh, see, okay, her nerds. I want to see how much Ernest Scared Stupid made. How much did Ernest Scared Stupid made? Because I hated Ernest Goes to Jail. For Ernest Scared Stupid, how much did it make? Because I was the only one in the theater when on the day it came out. And how much did it make? Oh, wait, I'm still typing in. Yeah, just baby, give me gay. Yeah, gay, gay. Oh, God. Oh, gay. Here we go. Okay, had a bunch of, oh, okay. Well, that's not too horrible. It said, Ernest Scared Stupid 1991 had a budget of approximately 9.6 million and earned 14.1 million at domestic box office. Modest success, but they dropped them after that. Okay, let's see. Ernest Scared okay, Ernest Scared. Ernest Goes to Jail numbers. I hated Ernest Goes to Jail. I tried one I want Fort Bragg. Let's see the numbers. Okay. Had a budget of $9 million and earned 25 million domestic box office. It was the most financially successful entry. Oh, that one sucked. I didn't like that one. How about Ernest Saves Christmas? I saw that in the theater too. I saw it in Germany. Ernest Saves Christmas numbers. Okay, numbers. Okay, let's see. Ernest Saves Christmas. Budget of 6.5 million made 28.2 million. Okay. Yeah, Ernest goes to camp. Okay. Now I want to show you what I have too. Numbers. Because that's the one I rented that. I was in school. I was in high school. We rented that on videotape. Ernest goes to camp numbers. Okay. Had a budget of 3.5 million, earned 23.5 million. Okay. The first theatrical release in Ernest franchise and a strong financial success. Okay. So I saw that one, while I was in school. Okay, let me take this down. Just go back to here. I'll show you what I got. Oh, Static X is okay. Oh, yeah, I remember those back a long time ago. I tried to watch. I tried to watch Ernest Goes to Jail again. I hate that movie. I saw it in the theater. I barely remember it, and I tried to watch it again. It's like it's unwatchable. It's really unwatchable. It's that bad. The other ones were fine. Ernest Goes to Jail completely different than the other ones. I loved Ernest Scared too, but I don't care what anyone says. Let me find Ernest. I did one. My friend did for me. Okay, hold on. I gotta look for his history. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. Was it shorts? Oh, here it is. I got it. I got. Here we go. All right, here we go. Good, 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 good. Yeah, dead IRL, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Who is? Yeah, Ernest passed away. Let me show you the video. I might have to get in trouble for the song, but I'll just edit it out. I mean, I'm not getting a ton of audience members in here, anyways. 25 years ago, yeah. Let's see. Gage Sketch Joke. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Watch it. Check it out. It was sharp. That's so cool. I'll play the whole thing and I might have to talk about the tomorrow. I tell you that. Yeah. I know James goes down, but he did. Good kid. That's it. That's pretty cool. I mean, my friend Todd did that for me, so I gave him credit for it. Though, let's see. Do 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 do. Yeah, contacted hot. Yeah, it is hot. Too bad they didn't have to back to yeah. It's where they're taking over. Yeah, it's hot. Yeah, I know. Um, I think that's it. Hope you liked the live stream, everybody. I did like I said, I did a review of the Diamond Dallas, not Diamond Dallas page, Dimebag Darrel episode of Enter the Void. It's a full on 10 on 10. But I think it's my favorite episode of all of them. You know, it's really good stuff. I want to thank my friends who joined me here on Scratch Videos, Gladys, Sarah Longo. I think that's it. That's still pretty cool though. Yeah, oh, you're welcome. Have a vampire to sleep. Yeah, I know. Sun coming up. Yeah, I got some. I got groceries. Yesterday I might make some sandwiches. You know, I got some tomatoes. I like making tomato sandwiches. I haven't made tomato sandwiches in a while. I haven't got a groceries in a while. I would get that damn DoorDash crap, and then that's my free month is almost ended. I have a claim a $10 off coupon from the Indian restaurant, so maybe I might be something over the weekend. You know, and try to get some breakfast from McDonald's and Burger King. You know, I love the breakfast. Yeah, time to yeah, see, it's the best time of Walmart. Yeah, well, I remember like, well, I mean, I don't even know the hours. I think Walmart's is like 7 to 8 to 10 now, or 7 to 11. It used to be 24 hours all the time until COVID happened, and then they ruined everything. I mean, and that used to be great though. I mean, we go there, maybe bump the floors and stuff. I mean, it'd be really quiet. 6 to 11. Let me look at my hours for my. Let me look at mine. I mean, yeah, COVID ruined everything. It did. Let me check out my Walmart hours, okay? After this fart. Oh God. Let me look at Walmart numbers. Oh my God. I don't think it's open now. Yeah, right now it's like 5:54. No, wait. I opened it. Okay, opened it. It does open at 6. Wow. What are the hours? Okay, let's see. Oh, they do 6 to 11 here too. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm at 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay, 11 p.m. All right, you okay? You're right. I didn't know about mine. That's cool. Here, okay. Let's see. I want to see what this is. Oh, hold on. Let's see what this clip is right here. I guess that's it. I might. Oh, lots of dots. Yeah, I know. Here, don't wear even wear masks. They don't do that anymore. They have asthma. I might catch one if I mess up because of cheap wires. Yeah, you could. I don't know. I hopefully you don't. I would put a false information up there. I don't know. Yeah, I know. Travis is the best. He knows the best. He's better than all the rest. Travis. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, wrap up this episode of Into the Void. See the end of season one. Best episode I just saw it. Diamond Darrel, episode 8. It was 10 out of 10. Close second would be Randy Rhodes, The Trial of Judas Priest, and Wendy Williams, and then tied for last place would be Enemy, Confess, and then tied for the place out there was Chuck and Amy. Oh, the girl from Hellion. Yeah, I mean all the episodes were really good though. I mean there are no bad episodes though. I mean, I think the one that had the biggest impact were probably. I mean, just how classic Randy Rhodes was. And there was no new information about that too, which is really different too. So that helps. That the trial of Judas Priest, Wendy Williams because she's a force of nature, and Dimebag Darrel because that really hit home. I remember that when it happened. Yeah, bring the law, bring the law, bring the law, bring the law. That's a great song about awful music video. A terrible music video, but great song. But then the trial of Judas Priest is really good. I mean, those are the best. That's a really good episode too. And they talk all about the trial. Some of that stuff I didn't know. Cause I only knew I saw on TV. So I guess that's it, everybody. I hope you liked this review of In the Void episode 8, the Dimebag Darrel one, and my rank from worst to best of the episodes of In the Void, 8 episodes, season one, in the can right now, and maybe they'll have a season 2. I don't know. I did enjoy season one. Season one. So I hope you like this review, everybody. Till next time, please. Take care, my Legion. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night.